Joy Network.
Django, have you never loved again? Love will live on. Life must go on, for you cannot spend your life regretting. Django, you must face another.
How y'all doing, party people? This is your boy, Nigga Django. And we are here today. How y'all doing? We had a little bit of Mike. Dave, you okay over there, bro? You all right? Okay, all right. I want to thank everybody for joining us in today. Uh-oh. Listen to the mellow sound, folks, of M2 May. I want to thank everybody for joining us in today. And, of course, I want to sit over here and say hello. She's back. She's been the prodigal child for about a month or two while she's been on vacay. Hey.
Hey, Nikki G.
I am back.
It's my girl.
For a minute.
For a minute, huh?
For a minute.
Ooh, Lord.
I got
She
some
like Michael
trips
Cohen.
and
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
other stuff. My grandbaby and stuff
Grandbaby.
going on.
And Twix.
Twix is at daycare.
He in daycare. He in doggy
She's
daycare.
at daycare today.
Yeah. Oh, cheese. I don't know why I keep saying that. So some of my friends they got feeling looking dogs that are male. I'm like, okay, this like
Twix is a she.
Yes, it's she. Yes. And then my boy Dave. Hey, Dave, what's going on? And of course, sitting over here doing the show from an undisclosed location. It's my girl, Miss Woke, Mia X. How you doing, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm woke.
You woke?
Well,
How long you been awake this morning? Because boy, I sure am hungry. I ate no breakfast or nothing. But, you know, I want to thank everybody for joining us in today. We're segueing into the fall.
Yes, I am so ready.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I hope this weather will be good next weekend because you know what goes down next weekend, don't you? Woo, we going to eat. We hump. Boy, look. We're going to eat next weekend. We're going to have us a great time next weekend. I'm trying to set up the entertainment. I don't know, nigga, if you got to talk to your boy Gerald.
No, he's out of town.
He out of town?
Yep.
He be
On the
working on the
road.
railroad. Yep. So, I got a DJ coming. So, we are going to have us a great time. I want to thank you, advocates, for joining us in today on me, he, she, and we. Well, it's some of everything.
Just
going on.
everybody.
It's some of everything and everybody going on up in here. So today we are going to be talking about these different types of relationships. Oh boy, let me tell you something. I done did some strange things to that M2 Max on boy. Look here. Woo, that girl can blow it. To Wafa. Go on, sing it, girl. That was the girl. Woo. You know, she did this song called Thyroid. I'm going to leave that alone. Boy, look here. I'm going to download that tonight. Anyway.
Yeah, moving right along.
Right.
Okay, we're going to move right along. So, we're gonna be talking today, advocates, with you guys about these different type of relationships and the different dynamics of them and being honest about them. If people can be honest with them for a second. So, you know me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let you start us off because you're the one that suggested this. So we're gonna see what it do. So we got a lot of great stuff to talk about today. Of course, this week is another eventful week in our country. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it.
All right. Well, let's jump on into it.
Jump like Pointer says, jump for my love. Go ahead, jump right on it.
Jump to it.
Oh yeah.
So, relationship models. The reason why I wanted us to talk about it is because I feel like we are all set to a default setting. Mm-hmm. And the default setting is a monogamous, we grow up, we get married, we have kids.
Right.
And we are with that one person until death do us part.
Right.
Supposedly.
And so I don't know that is always what works for all people. And I think that instead of having that as a default setting, we probably should investigate a little bit more when we start relationships and ask people the question, is that the type of relationship model that you want? As opposed to just making the assumption that somebody wants to be in a monogamous relationship. It's probably better at the front end just to ask somebody, are you interested in a monogamous relationship? Or do you want a polyamorous relationship? Do you want a don't ask, don't tell relationship? Do you want a open relationship? Like, ask the question. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, you're going to go and school me on that don't ask, don't tell. But anyway, I think some of us are living in those right now. They out here living their best life. But go ahead and start. You're right, because I think traditionally, if especially for those of us that have been raised with two parents, we're used to the traditional way of doing things. You meet somebody, you date, you get engaged, you marry them, they bug the hell out of you for the rest of your day, then you pray for death so they can go and be by themselves again. So my thing about it is, what do you think is, but since we're talking, and this is the 21st century, and it's funny to me when I hear people say polyamorous now, because I think when we talk about polyamorous, you're asking for a lot of connotations that kind of offend people. So, go ahead.
To me, I would prefer that somebody ask me if I wanted to be in a polyamorous relationship rather than them backdooring me into a polyamorous relationship and I not know it.
Okay, so
there's a lot of people out here dealing with multiple folks.
Okay,
but they haven't had the conversation with anybody. At least give me the option to tell you that I want to do that or not, as opposed to you being out here cheating.
So I can't have like.
That is kind of like when women meet a man and he fails to tell her that he's married. And they go on into a relationship, and then say that she find out later that he's in a relationship, or he doesn't necessarily have to be married, but he's in a relationship. At least be upfront and give that person the option to say, "Hey, okay, I'm cool with it," or "No, that's not me," and walk on off.
Walk on by. Okay.
Right.
So hold on,
because you have some people, male and female, that they don't mind dating someone that is dating other people.
Yeah, I know. So let's just go here. So because define for the people, for the youngsters joining in with us at this point in time, what is a polyamorous relationship? That's a new swing on things. So we talk about
So a polyamorous relationship means that you have more than one person inside of a relationship. So it can be a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, or a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, or a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a girlfriend. It's multiple people.
Basically,
in a relationship.
like sister wives.
Yeah.
Right. It's not really a side piece where it's just you going and getting some booty call, if you will. It's a whole full-blown relationship with multiple people.
Really? Huh. Well, that's what I'm saying, because when you say polyamorous, that means loving multiple. And more means love. Poly means more than one. So,
right.
So I think where people mess up is because, I can have me 2-3 goats, but I ain't going to love but one of them. That's why we always ask this question.
Who has that type of time to like really be in a full-blown relationship with at least 3 or 4? I've seen people do it with 2, but 3 or 4 people who have time.
One will kill you. What you need 2 for? That's why you can't.
Well, you have a lot of men that are in relationships with their wives and girlfriends. And women, do the same thing.
Yeah,
so I can see 2.
No, see, I'm gonna tell you what women do. Women are better than men in this aspect. They typically will not sleep. Typically, preferably, you know what I mean. With more than one man. They'll have what I call... No, wait a minute. Hold on.
I didn't say nothing.
Hold on. You gave me the side eye. No.
I didn't say a word.
No. Let me tell you what women are good at, that I know have been good at doing. They got one man they use for money. They got another man they sleep with. They got another man that they confidant who is, they done friends on him, but he ain't gonna never get there, but they talk with him all day about the problem that they have with the other 2 men. Okay? And then, of course, they got gathering of friends who've been friends on so long ago. They cool. Hey, sis, how you doing? Hey, bro, how you doing? That foolishness. Now, I'm not saying there ain't women that won't sleep with more than one man, because I know I can tell you for a fact. Anyway, but my point is,
what you're talking about is not polyamory, because the hallmark of any type of relationship model should be honesty and transparency. So if you are in a relationship with multiple people, the reason why it would be defined as such is because you are telling everybody. Everybody knows about everybody else. So nobody is sneaking around doing anything.
Okay. It's all in the open. We all know about each other.
We all know about each other.
Like sister wives, where the man have them all in the house, and they have certain nights that he go to each room.
Yeah, I want you to go.
I don't know if it's still on television, but yeah. And then he was tried to bring in the new wives, and the wives were trying, kind of a little jealous.
That's called a pimp. That's what that is.
Well,
hold on.
They were all in the same house. He had 4.
He had 4. Well, hey.
Sister
wives, what are sister husbands at? What are husbands? The brother husband.
They do that too.
And then, okay, so I'm going to even take it a little bit further and say, you don't know what kind of agreements people have in their relationships, inside their relationships. So if I was out and I saw one of my friends' husband with another dude, perhaps I need to shut up, because number one, it ain't my business. But number two, I don't know what kind of agreement they have within their marriage. Because you have people who are, like, we had a question in the room a couple of days ago,
right,
or somebody said that they were in a relationship with a guy and they weren't having consistent relations over a course of time, and she didn't know what to do. I think y'all remember the post.
And that was her husband.
And that was her husband. So in my mind, if you are in that type of relationship, at that point, you need to go to your husband and you need to say, look here, we clearly have mismatched libidos and something is going to have to give. Is this a companionate relationship where we're companions and we are socially monogamous and I do what I need to do to stay in this marriage? Or do we go our separate ways? But again, I'm talking about having real grown folk kind of conversation with the person that you love and you respect, that you're willing to be honest with and say, what we're doing right now is not working for me. So what else can we do to make this relationship work or not? As opposed to you just saying, okay, well, I'm just going to go on out there and do what I want to do.
Well, I can.
You have the conversation, at least give somebody the option to do whatever.
We're gonna do
because then you have some people who will say, well, okay, yeah, let's open up the marriage, but I don't want people to know. And I don't want to know what you're doing. So when I said don't ask, don't tell, that means you doing what you want to do, but you ought to do it in a way that I don't never find out about.
And you have people that's been married for years, 20 plus years, and then they just get to the point where they're basically roommates. And each spouse know that the other person mess around, but it's just like, don't bring it here.
Right.
But they know, and it's, usually they're staying together for finances or kids or anything, but they know that their spouse is like they got an agreement. You do you, I do me. This is just an agreement, and we're not going to get a divorce. And I've seen relationships like that.
How do people...
Right.
Yeah, I know one like that. Yeah, I know one like that right now. But anyway.
And the thing is that, like Mia said, if you see one of them out, it's best not say nothing to the other person because they already have an understanding and they may not really want others to know, because you know how people put on a facade about their relationships, especially on Facebook.
And their marriages too.
Especially on Facebook.
Living their best life.
Especially on Facebook.
Let me set up because I'm going to say something bad. Super Dave, you want to chime in? David, no. Let me see how this one is hot. But listen, so, and I mean, okay, so when you said people need to be honest and upfront, why do people not be honest and upfront? You want to give you a suggestion why people are not honest and upfront about what they want?
I can tell you why I think people are not honest and upfront.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that people are not honest and upfront because they are afraid of what the consequences of their honesty is going to be.
And what would that be?
whatever. I mean, whatever that is, they're afraid of what that
Any-
is. You know, if they don't,
Afraid of losing something.
Right. That's the
and
reason why
people
people
don't
lie.
put you in a situation where you can be honest. So let me say it like this:
Mm-hmm.
if even when you're thinking about your kids, you tell your kids, "I want you to come to me. I want you to talk to me. I want you to talk to me. I want you to talk to me."
Right.
And the first time they tell you something, you react poorly to it.
And
They're
beat
not
'em.
gonna want to tell you anything else.
You better tell you. My mama used to do you like that. Look here. You better tell me who wouldn't win the cookies. You better tell me who broke the jar. Just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. And then you sit around
Right.
here and tell me, then you get the hell beat out you anyway. So
Exactly.
and that's why
Exactly.
and
So
that-
we're not putting the people in a situation where they can
that's-
be honest.
Right, we don't. And that's the reason why. And look, let's just put it out here, even when we talk about traditional one-on-one relationships. Why do men not want to tell women what their intent is? Just like when you meet a man, all he want to do is get the goodies. He want to get him some yum. He don't went out there like, ooh, boy, look at Nikki G. She got the mouth in here. But he got to go out here and tell her he want to holler at her. He want to date her. Oh, I want to be with you. I want to be your man. But really, all he wants some nookie. He didn't see them hips. He didn't watch that.
And that's what. Hey.
But why won't
When-
he tell you the truth? Why?
That he-
Because
a
you may
person-
tell him, go on, hit the road.
And then you just need to take it as an L and
But
move
people,
on.
right? But people won't.
Right.
People don't want to do it. They
Right.
don't want that L. They're selfish. They don't.
And
I know. And here's the truth. Right? And they're greedy because here's the truth. What they want to do is they like, well, I know they know it's going to fall out eventually. They know it's going to end bad. But what they do is they got to tell that lie to get what they want for that minute. And once they get it, they'll let it linger on and linger on till Nikki start realizing, hold on, wait a minute. I done put the grip on the dude about 50,000 times. We ain't talking about no relationship. Something gonna have to change.
But that's when you start dating or whatever. That's why you need to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you looking for? What are your intentions? And they still can lie, but at least you put it out there and ask. So in the future, it could never say, well, we never discussed that, or I thought that you didn't want anything. You never asked. So it's best to ask what people's intentions are up front.
I believe in
Like, hey, I just want to date. I'm not looking for anything serious. We can spend some time, go out, kick it or whatever, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
you ain't got a lot of kicking, Craig.
No, you ain't got a
So
lie.
don't.
No, I mean, yeah. just-
And you would think the older men get, the more they would realize that.
Men,
Right.
let me tell you as a man, men have not gotten past that high school. I got to conquer. And if I got a lie to conquer, that's what I'm
So
going to do.
you 50 years old, and I ask, what's your intentions or what are you looking for? You got to sit up and tell a
hold on.
lie.
But wait a minute. But there's a default to this now. Hold on, Nick, because there's a default to this. Now, if the cookie good, we may not have intended to date you, but wait a minute. That cookie was better than I thought it was. Boy, that's a saltine, ain't that's rich. And can I get one more, please? So my thing about it is, and trust me, I have done that myself. I'm not even gonna lie. I have sat around with women. I'm like, I know I don't want nothing serious with this female, and we have a sexual connection that's like way over the moon. And that thing I know, I done ended up in a makeshift relationship with this woman
Living
for years.
together, shacking, giving your key out
Oh, she just threw some more shade in there.
with your debit card.
Okay, Nikki, I'm about to mute your mic in about 5
Don't you mute my
Can't
mic.
mute her
I'm
mic.
so happy to have another woman in
She
here. I
gonna
don't
run
know
over
what
here
to
talking about it with your debit card. Yep, you ain't lying, but that's my thing. And you really don't intend for it to go that far, but then you're like, wow. Because most men, if we're just trying to conquer, we don't care really, how good it is or good. It's just the thrill of getting it for the moment. And then, and look, trust me, I've seen females do it the same way. I've had females I know when they met me, they didn't tell me, oh, hey, Django, I just want to get the hook. But as soon as I do it, then all of a sudden, they won't stop calling. Hey, and they won't stop texting. Hey, Ronnie. They will not stop nothing. Well, I love you. I'm like, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago, I just met you. You love me.
I think that's why you need to, instead of waiting on somebody to tell you something, I think that you need to ask the question up front. And you don't need to just say something as open-ended as, what are your intentions with me? That is too broad, even a subject to even ask.
Well,
I'm going to be real specific. Hey, bruh, listen, what are you into? Are you into monogamy? Are you into polyamory? Do you want to date me? Are you looking for something more substantial? You want to hit it and quit? Like, what's up? What do you want? And it's no bad answer, because you don't know what my answer would be. Because for all you know, all I'm looking for is just a one-time thing. Just shoot me straight.
Well, that's the 21st
it's okay
century.
To be truthful.
Well, that's the 21st century for you. Now people feel more comfortable just being honest and just saying, look, because, let's just be real. Women have changed in the culture, too. They're like, well, hell, you jump every time out. You just want to smash. I just want to smash, too. 40 years ago, you couldn't get no woman to say nothing like that unless she was, the neighborhood thought.
And Lord forbids that happens and the woman want to just move on and the man is hooked and the roles are reversed.
Why are you clapping, Mia?
Hey, and then she has to be the one to say, I wasn't looking for anything serious. I just thought, we kick it for a little bit and that's it. Why you keep calling? Why you still texting? No. I'll contact you.
No, but see, that's the whole thing.
My cousin say if we get intimate, we go together.
Oh no! Somebody pull that one. No. Somebody like I said, no, we do not.
If I cook for you, we go together.
Yeah, somebody came to me. Yeah, somebody came to me with that time. No, I'm just gonna let you know. I'm a very serious woman, and if you gonna put it in me, Django, we go together, huh?
And that's why, and that is why communication is vital.
Oh yeah, I was communicating. She cray.
If that's how you feel about it, then you need to say that up front, and that way you give that guy the opportunity to be like, you know what? Well, I'll pass. I don't want that.
Yeah, because you cray.
But see, the problem is, Django, too many people will tell you that, and you will tell a lie and say, oh, that's fine, because I'm cool with that, and then you'll go ghost.
Let me tell you something. But see, this is why we have issues in polyamorous relationships, open relationships, or just what we call friends with benefits relationships. Those to me are that. See, I'm gonna say this again for the sake of saying it again for the people in the cheap seats. Friends with benefits relationships are relationships. They're just open, uncommitted relationships. In other words, me and you smash each other. We don't really have no commitment, but we want to hook up. We hook up. That is a understanding because that's what a relationship is. It's an understanding.
Right.
Hey, Christy. So when we talk about that, people say, well, y'all were just messing around. Y'all in a relationship. No, if you're in a friend. Now, if they just a jump off, that's a totally different category. A jump off is just somebody you hook up with like when you come in town. You know what I'm saying? We jump it off. You know her. I just happen to know you. Yeah, you got some good stuff. I got some good thing. And boom, we hook up. Boom. Ain't no calling. Ain't no this, that, and the other. If I call and I come in town and you not, and you with your boo or your man, then I'm SOL. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you have an understanding where you guys have it where y'all just smashing each other, even if y'all not just exclusive, especially if you got a friends with benefits where y'all exclusively smashing each other, you are officially in a relationship. The only difference is it is an uncommitted open relationship. So in other words, when I say open, that means we can quit it at any time and decide that we're not going to do this no more. Okay? It also means that because me and you are not committed, I'm open to decide to see somebody else if I decide I want to see somebody else. Okay? So where people mess up, and this is what we talk about when you say, because see, this is why I think y'all women give men a bad rap with this one. It's good to the man, and y'all want to leave him, and then we won't leave long. No, because see, I've seen women play these games too. They sit around here, they want to, it's that good. You see what I'm saying? And it's all good, and the sex is good. But the thing about it is they don't want to be in the relationship. So what they do is they hang on having what I call the pretense of a relationship. Calling the dude every night, blowing his phone up. Well, I ain't got this dude take me out. Let me go on back to the old reliable, call him, see what he doing. Hey, you want to go out to dinner? Oh yeah, you paying, right? Yeah, I guess I am. But hold on, but that's my point. You don't want a relationship, but you want the facade of a relationship. You want what's called the girlfriend experience. So that's why women mess up. That's why y'all got these dudes that become stalkers and won't leave y'all alone. And when it's over, why you doing me like we don't go together? So my point about it is, look, let's just be real. Y'all sisters just as bad as it with the dudes because the dudes, yeah. The thing about the guys is we'll lie. Yeah, we will lie, keep it going, baby. You know I care about you. If a man said that to you, boo, run. You know I care about you. Because that is what it's called. That's a Donald Trump answer. That's a canned answer. But it's huge. So don't fall for that con. Don't
fall for the old banana in the
banana in the tailpipe. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. So my thing about it is women, on the other hand, are brutally honest. You knew what it was going in and da.
And that's the way it should be.
But that's the problem, though. Here's the problem. And this is why I said it again in the room, and I'm again say it again for the millionth time for the cheap sheets again. That's why friends with benefits relationships are supposed to have time limits on them. Because what you don't do is if you don't put a time limit on that relationship is going to take on a life of its own. And before y'all know it, y'all going to be answering to each other. Y'all going to be calling you like, where you been today? Oh, you didn't call me today. I done seen it. It always happens. And when people stop trying to deny that that's what happens, somebody told me, well, relationships kind of take on a life of their own. Yeah, they do. Especially if you don't know how to hit it and actually, like you said, quit it. Be with a person.
Well, people, when they're in those type of relationships, a lot of times you are supposed to be catching feelings.
It's an unspoken understanding.
Right.
But that's my whole point. You can't guarantee that. See, it's easy to say it than it is to do it. Especially,
of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Right. Especially if that person has a sexual connection with you. Because, let me tell you something. I could sit around here and see this goat down the street and say, look here, I'm going to smash you. We ain't catching no feelings. That's until she may put it on me. You understand what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, I'm like, wow. And then I'm like, okay, let me hit it again. Make sure that wasn't a fluke. You know what I'm saying? And she like, over the moon. Or I may send her over the moon, through the, onto Venus, onto Pluto, onto Uranus, onto Neptune. It doesn't matter where we going. The fact of the matter, thank you. Right. It don't matter where we going. The fact of the matter is, I did not even expect it to be like that. And now all of a sudden, one of us is catching, especially if there's too much communication. Now it ain't even about sex no more. Now it's like, hey, how your day is? I don't need to know about your day. How's your day? You don't need to know about my day.
Those are relationship questions.
Thank you.
Right.
Those are relationship questions. And I've seen women come up here and get all up involved in your thing. How's everything been going? How your family? None of your business. And I mean, if we wanted to be honest and upfront about that, taking you up around family members, we don't do that, boo. We don't go meet the family. We don't do those things.
Again, to me, I feel like if you start things the right way, then you should kind of be able to get around a lot of issues, but people don't have a conversation the right way. Now, you saying that guys can't be honest about what they want because the woman will run away if you're not saying that she wants to be in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship or whatever. But women, a lot of times, don't feel like they can be honest with what they want in the bedroom because they don't want to be looked at like, okay.
Oh, please be honest. Let me know.
Say that, but a lot of men don't want that.
Well, so what you trying to say? Because she want to add a partner or something like that?
No, I'm not. I mean, if you do, you do. But whatever that thing may be, women don't feel.
No, please be honest. Please do.
Well, okay.
Because I can show you how depraved I am.
Phenomenon in straight land. Okay. In straight people's world, we don't ask the question before we get intimate with somebody. What are you into? Because most things are assumed. A lot of things one thing at least is assumed that you're going to do. Right. And all the rest of the stuff don't really get discussed that much. And we just kind of fall into it one way or another. People don't discuss that. Right. In gay land, they ask the questions, what are you into? I think we would do a whole lot better.
I know somebody.
Well, they have to have a discussion.
We should. Because, I'm sure that most people are into more than just one thing as it relates to straight intercourse.
Who does that anymore? But anyway,
just watch a movie.
And
point that out.
Yeah,
let's try that.
Be as clean as I possibly can.
Well, I'm not gonna be clean. Anyway, I'm just saying. Whatever we need to do outside, on the roof, on the stove top, make sure you turn it off first. We don't need to be taking the hospital for 3rd-degree burns. Breaking head. Whatever. You want to fall downstairs. We needn't gone, spoil your inner heathen.
But do you think that people have that conversation?
Oh, yeah, I do. I'm going to let you know if you have a certain sensitivities or certain things you won't want to take me. So I'm just saying because I'm going to take you through there. So my thing about it is if you're, how can I say it? Boring, don't date Django. If you're not adventurous. Don't date me. Don't do it to yourself.
I think I'm glad that you do, Django. I don't think that most people have those type of conversations.
Ooh, what they in the 18th century with the 12 years a slave? I mean, speak. I mean, everything is so open.
Talk about everything else.
Right, you talk about everything.
I agree.
Would you like to do it missionary tonight? I mean, we got to do a checklist. Well, let's see.
No, but I do think you need to have some gun line questions. What's your gun line? What is it that you
Yeah,
just
where the gun line at, boss? Yeah, I mean, well, I put it like this. We need to have certain questions about where you won't go. That's what we need
That's
to have.
not. Just tell me what you ain't gonna do.
Yeah, just tell me.
What you don't want to do.
I ain't going to even tell you the number one on most one, but they be lying. Anyway, so I'm going to be nice today. No, I'm not going to be nice today. So my thing about it is that, yeah, that's what you do. If there's an old saying, I may not be able to tell you what I know I want, but I can sure tell you what I don't want. So yeah,
it's easier to state what you don't and won't do.
Right, but I mean, those are lines that you don't blur. Hopefully, so I've had women sit around here and tell me, I want to bring another partner, and I'm like, huh? Because not that I have an issue with it, but hold on, wait a minute. But not because I have an issue with it, because that's a trap to me. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, look.
Why is that a trap?
Because here's my thing. Okay, here's why it's a trap. How you going to sit around here and act a monkey when you think a woman is up in my inbox, but you want to watch me and another woman be intimate?
Because 9 times out of 10, she's choosing that person.
She's probably participating too, but
exactly.
So let's just be real about that. But I look at that as a trap. That's like, you think I'm ever tell my girl, hey babe, I want to see you and this dude go and get down like that. No, I don't think I want to see that. Because if that dude giving it to your girl better than you are, there's gonna be some problems in that house after he leaves. So,
most men are not gonna sign up for no.
No, we ain't signing up for that.
Threesome. There's 2 dudes and 1 woman.
Yeah. Sometimes I might want to do. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't gonna do that. Sorry, boo. Not
but
today.
You cool with it being 2 women?
No. But that's her. But that's my point. If that's what she wants to give me permission to do, that's her business. Now, it's not the fact whether I like it or don't like it, because I don't like people watching me while I'm doing. That's why I couldn't never be a voyeur. I don't like people watching me.
You can't be a porn star?
No, hell no. People filming me and stuff. I mean, it's just not.
Just pretend they not there.
Right.
But you got to mentally adjust yourself for that. Now, have I watched people? Yeah, yeah, and actually filmed it. But my thing about it is that I'm not going to give her that type of mission. Now, she's comfortable with giving me that type of mission.
Who asked you that?
You already know. Don't be who asked you that. You know.
That's why.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, insider. You know. Yeah.
I just thought maybe you was gonna say it.
I should have, but don't.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna let them live they best lie. So my thing about it is that it's just at the point that we and people and this is what people don't understand. I think is some people have fetishes that are more freaky or more how can I say it? Trying to look for the proper word on Christian radio. Have a fetishes that are more freaky and more out there and bizarre than most people would ever believe. You see what I'm saying? And most people be surprised and will participate in some things that are more freaky and more bizarre than most people believe.
Well, some people don't mind trying something at least once. Mm-hmm. How else would you know if you like it or not?
That's true. That's well, I know when I'm. No, wait a minute. That ain't gonna ride over here. If a woman call me with Django, I got some gerbils. Nah, boo, we about to have problems. We about to have some serious problems like right now. So there's some things I'm not willing to figure out. If I would like it, I'm just gonna have to resolve that within my inner Django.
I think the trick is having the conversation. Whenever you're having the conversation, not reacting horribly, like, oh my God, you the nastiest thing I ever encountered in my life. If somebody springs something out there on you, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I think that's the reason why most people are not open. So if they say, hey, I'm into, or I want to try whatever, and you clutch your pearls, then they're not gonna tell you about anything else they want to do because in their mind you're not GGG.
I just say I'm not interested till I watch you do it first.
Yeah, but you know, if a person clutches their pearls when you say that, you would probably fundamentally change that relationship from that point on.
You can't come back from it.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's why you have to know your mate before you even
But
go
wouldn't
there.
you want to know that up front before you get married?
That's the truth.
This is why we're talking about having a conversation in the beginning. If you know it's going to that level where you want to be intimate with that person, or if you find yourself wanting to be in a relationship, because there's some things you just don't discuss anyway. If you know, like, I ain't finna go no further than this with him. So.
Also, you done went and got his date money. You done got his date money. Nigga just like, look, I done got me some lobster sushi. The Negro got the roll after
If
this.
it's somebody you want a relationship
Look, and then
with,
don't send me what happened where the lady told the guy she wasn't interested, and then he sent her like a cash app request for her part of the meal.
girl.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
It was in the group.
Was
I
it?
think it was our group where they went out on the
It's in
date.
our
I don't know if it was
Wow.
if they
Hey,
met
Karen.
online, but she was opening up front before and told him that, I don't think that this is gonna work. We could just be friends or whatever. So he like, well, hey, I want my money back for the date.
Hold on. Where did he take her, first of all?
I don't know. It didn't say.
Oh, okay. Because I want to know how much he was.
See,
You better learn to start taking these girls, these 2 for 20s up here trying to.
Yeah, but he did send it to her. He wanted his
Cash
money.
was in my mouth.
Let me go on record. And
Bro.
I don't know if it was exactly Cash App, but it's one of the apps.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
basically.
can do it on Facebook.
Yeah,
request
yeah.
money.
Like he requested
Requested money.
what he spent on the date.
Nah, bro, take that L. You
I
should
would have sent him $1.
that's right, exactly.
Now put that in your feeling box. Throw
I
that
would
in
have
there.
sent him $1.
$1.
Exactly. I would have
and
sent that
pennies.
sucker a wave on the inbox.
If it ain't in the room, it need to be in there. Cause that's
So sometime when you are up front,
right.
some people can't handle it,
Mm-hmm.
and they get petty like that. Which he should have said, okay, cool. It was
Well-
nice meeting you. The date was nice, and I hope you find what you're looking for and bounce.
Yes, Karen. Unfortunately, Karen married, so she's like, "This is what date is in 2018." Yeah, I can imagine what's going to be in 2028. But but see, this is my whole thing. If you've done that before we even go on that date, and see, this is why I blame sisters. Okay, you've already talked to me on the phone. If you got some reservations or something about where this is going, you already knew that before you went on a date with me.
Well, that is to a certain extent. Sometimes it's better to me, talking on the phone, that's just, like, hey, just getting to know
Right.
each other. But sometimes,
But
like
you've
me,
asked them questions, right?
me personally, certain things I want to ask face to face. I prefer talking face to face. And if it's something that I feel that's important to me, or I want to see your facial expression and reaction,
Right,
I'm like, you know what, I ain't finna
You
ask
look in
him
his
that.
eye?
I ain't finna ask him this in a text. I'm gonna ask him in person, because there are some things you just don't ask in a text or over the phone. Like, I need to talk to you in person.
Yeah, you comfortable with my
Right.
goat and stuff. But okay, but and see, look, and that's why when I go on dates, I look people straight in their eyes and I watch them, and I watch for people who are too quiet. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't want to go on a date where a person doing all talking about themselves, because that means they probably self-absorbed. That's a psychological trait.
Well, I would have an issue if you're very talkative on a phone conversation,
And then don't say nothing
and
on
then
the-
we get in person and you don't have too much to say, then that would be a red flag.
Right,
A
because that
red
lets
flag,
me
for sure.
that let me know you were just trying to set up for a quick.
Well,
kidding.
some people are quick. Some people feel more comfortable talking via text or over the telephone about things that they wouldn't say face to face.
But that's because people are losing social skills.
And
Like,
see, I need you, whatever you can say on the phone or whatever, I need you to be confident enough to say it in my
Right,
face.
and don't look at the text before you go
Right.
back and read.
No, you need to be able
and
to
don't
hold
be-
a conversation.
Right, and here's
and I
another
need to
thing.
be able to see your body language. Like,
Exactly.
Body language is the key.
Important things
If-
to me, because you can't lie through no body language.
Well, here's the thing. Let me give you ladies a little secret. If the eyes go to the left when you ask them a question, they're lying. But that means they're accessing the creative cortex if they go to the right.
Now, if you can't look me straight in my face,
Yeah.
you lying.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
When you ask a person, their eyes should never roll up to think of that question. They should be able to tell it out
Well,
to you.
sometimes they may be, let me see how I'm going to put this.
Yep, where your eyes going? Which side of the brain are you accessing?
So.
You accessing the creative BS side, or you accessing the logical side? So here's my thing, and I watch people also who too quiet. You me tell you why? Because you got some people that are quiet, not because you know how people say, "Well, I'm an avid listener. I just like to listen. I like to listen." Yeah, some people like to listen. Some people are quiet because they're trying to size you up, and they're gonna let you. And they're gonna let you talk. They're going to let you talk your way and how they're going to manipulate you.
They're going to let you tell all them lies.
They're going to let you, but see, even if it's not so much about a lie you telling, they're going to let you set your own self up. So basically, if, like, okay, I'll give you an example. If I ask a woman, you know you do look good, why you ain't got no boyfriend? Listen to what she says why the relationship ended. Now, was it his fault, the relationship? It probably was. But listen to what she said. She looked at for the flags. That how she caught the
And I say the same thing when you ask a man about, like, if he have kids and he start bad mouthing the mother.
Right.
Once she this, she that,
well, who does that? Well, I mean,
men do that. Men do that.
Young men
especially
do that.
men do that.
If you talking to anybody, man or woman, and they have nothing positive to say about any of their exes, all they have.
Then they the problem.
I need then then it's something wrong with you. If
it's something wrong with you, or at minimum, it's something wrong with your judgment.
Poor judgment.
Right.
Poor judgment. So you are your own problem and your own solution at the same time, correct?
Exactly.
Right.
Okay. So my thing about it is when a person tells you how they caught their ex, what they're doing, they're trying to go navigate around you so they can figure out, okay, so that's how she caught him. So this is how I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
But you know what? In
people
I'm
manipulate
the type
like
of person that I really don't care to hear about your ex. I mean, that has nothing
let's
to
just
do.
be real. That's
I know, but
come
that
up.
has nothing to do with us. I don't want to discuss my ex, and I don't want to discuss your ex. I want to discuss the here and now. That's in the past. Whatever happened. As long as you didn't beat her or all that type of stuff, then we cool. It's not my business.
Okay.
It's not my business.
Okay.
It's not, but I do think it's important once you've gone on a couple of dates with somebody to understand that dynamic. Because, like, for me personally, I have a relationship, like a good relationship with my kid's dad, with my ex-husband. And it's important that whoever I'm with understands the dynamics.
And that to that extent, I understand. And I can understand discussing a previous marriage if you've been married, but if you just someone is just dating and not really having serious relationships, I don't want to hear it.
No,
I mean, if you have kids with someone, and if we're getting to the point that we think we're going to be around each other kids or anything like that, then I want to know kind of the mindset of the mother. Like, is she going to be okay with this?
Right.
But I don't care to know what she did wrong and all that. I don't need to know all that.
I do want to know if she ignorant. I need to know that.
That's why I said I want to know her mindset where this is concerned. But all that other mess, I don't care.
Right, and that's what happened. But I don't want to hear you. Right, I don't want to hear you badmouth my ex. I mean, me and my son's mother, we fell out bad, but we are at a different point now. But then again, we've been apart for over 2 decades. You see what I'm saying? So people should obviously heal from that. You understand what I'm saying? If you ain't healed from that, you got some problems. So
they should.
Yeah, if you're holding on to stuff that happened in a relationship 10, 20 years ago, then you got an issue.
Yeah, you broke my G.I. Joe.
You don't understand closure.
Right.
You just repeating the stages of grief.
Yeah. Yeah, you watch them ones because them people that manipulate and listening to you, they're going to go back and throw it up in your face eventually. Trust that. Yeah, you tell me this. Yeah, that's why your ex has left you. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, I don't know.
See, and sometimes you can tell too much.
Too much, exactly.
Right.
Sometimes you can tell people too much and they don't know how to handle it. That's why you can't.
And that's one reason why you don't need to discuss, because trust me, people, once you tell them all your business about your previous relationship, the first time you get into it or have a big disagreement, they gonna throw that back up in your face. So it's best just to keep quiet.
Yep, here it come. Here it come.
Because if you can throw it back up in my face, then you had a feeling about what I told
you
you
felt some type
anyway,
of
but
way.
you just suppress it and say, okay, I'm just going to wait.
Or you showing me that I can't trust you with certain things. Some
Right.
things I can't trust you to be mature enough to realize, hey,
Right.
S happens.
That's
it's
childish.
Like, move on.
But again, that goes back to figuring out who you with and if they're worth your time or not.
Right, thank you.
Because,
True.
you know, everybody is not going to throw whatever your pettiness was back up into your face. If you're dealing with that kind of individual, they're probably going to show that early on before they even get to throwing it back up in your face.
And
they're
this-
going to show those little red flags before. And I still go back to tell them about the gun line boss. Like when you're talking to somebody, you really need to help them understand how to love you better. Like, what does that look like?
But one thing on that subject, as far as women, that I've seen it happen many a time, stop telling me and other men that you've been with or how many men you've been with, because they will throw it up in your face. And I know so many women that sit up and try to make the current man jealous by saying, oh, I used to date him or I used to be involved with him. And I don't get that.
Stupid.
I don't get that. It's no
or lying about the men they dated.
Whoever you used to date or you kicked it with, it's none of his business. Why are you offering that type of information up? I don't understand these 40 to 50-year-old women that still do this today, and I know some.
And lying about who they used to date. But anyway, let us take us a break because y'all got hot up in here. Hot. We're gonna take us. We're gonna take us a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna finish up this topic. Then we're gonna get to some trending. Always a new reality show every week in this country. Right here, folks. The Devil's Advocate.
Having issues with child support, traffic tickets, criminal matters, family, wills, estates, and probate matters? Call Jimmy C. Morris of the Morris Law Firm here in Little Rock, Arkansas. An aggressive powerhouse attorney that will fight for you. Call him 7 days a week from Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekend appointments are also available. And also, check out Jimmy Morris on The Devil's Advocate once a month for our infamous Ask the Attorney segment as he talks about social, political, and legal issues. Check him out, and his dedicated staff of professionals will fight for justice for you. Again, that's the Jimmy C. Morris Law Firm. His number is 501-319-7647. That's the Jimmy C. Morris Law Firm. His number is 501-319-7647. Call him.
Birthday parties, family reunions, or even a romantic dinner for two. Black Swan Catering can handle it all. Try our mouth-watering brisket, savory smoked chicken, scrumptious meals and appetizers, or tantalizing sweet treats. We'll customize any menu to suit your needs and guarantee a flavorful and festive event for you and your guests. Check us out at blackswancaterers.com or give us a call at 501-240.
Welcome. Are you looking for a show that gives you a different aspect, outlook, and priority on issues dealing with the church and the body of Christ? This is Deacon Django, don't you know no good.
And this is your girl, Tawanda Kitchen. They call me T because I bring you all the tea without sugar.
And join us for our brand new show, The Devil's Advocate.
Tuesdays at 11 a.m.
Here, exclusively to you on JoyNetRadio.com.
Okay. Hello, we are back here at the Devil's Advocate. So you're right. Y'all was getting on a little roll right there, especially your glasses fogged up again, Nikki G?
No, I don't need them now.
Her dog got fogged. I ain't never seen that happen until they get at her. But you know, let's go ahead and talk. Y'all want to do some trending? This is a good topic. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do a real smooth show next week before the cookout. Okay, advocates, for you guys that don't know, those of y'all that do, those of y'all that don't. Next weekend, Maumelle Park, Pavilion number 6. Django, we got, look here. Come out here, you want to pick 5, you might want to get brisket, your burger and broth there. You might be hungry. You know, we got some Black Angus burgers. We're gonna be doing it big. This is gonna be our first annual Devil's Advocate Cookout. We can't say picnic because we know the negative connotations with those from the colonizers.
Because we're not woke. We woke.
Right, we woke. We done woke up, and so now we was a little slow for a minute, but we done got there. So
right, when you learn better, you do better.
Right, we learn. You know better, you do better. So we're gonna have a cookout. If I catch Becky on the phone anywhere, there's gonna be some beatdowns coming. So we're going to be. I mean, look, we're gonna have some. Look, I got some grub coming. I got Black Swan Catering. Gonna do some side. Now listen here. Black folk. And you gotta say it to the black folk. Okay. If you would like to bring something, you are welcome to bring something. Remember, again, I'm just gonna say this so we can be nice and covert about it on air. Public park, closed container. That's all I got to say about that. But if you would like to bring something, if you want to, feel you want to be all up in your feelings inside, you want to bring a side, if you want to, now look here now, if I catch you with some collard greens with some raisins in it, we might have some issues.
Please don't bring collard greens, period.
Right. Are you bringing?
Right, because I don't eat everybody's greens.
Right.
That is too labor intensive for me to be fooling with your food like that.
Right. And
nobody want to be chewing on grit.
Right, and making my plate soggy and all that. Or you make some tater salad with some carrots, shredded carrot. There's going to be some RBIs, some real bad injuries out there at the
Just
cookout.
remember to bring your own favorite beverage.
Okay, thank you. And like I said, but if you would like to bring some pasta salad or something like that, that's okay. But I want to see you eat it first. Okay, so
that ain't gonna be enough for me.
Well, I mean, they better bring something. We might have to have some volunteer testers out there. So aren't they okay after 10 minutes? Then it's good to eat.
And please don't bring no chitterling.
There's going to be an assault at my party.
I will hope no one would ever think to bring that to a cookout.
Because y'all need to listen up, black people. Because see, this is serious business. If you bring some chitlins to my function, there gonna be some problems. Okay, so you need to don't do it. Don't do it. I want us to be friends. Okay, don't do it.
Ain't nobody doing it.
Okay, don't do it. Okay.
Sometimes it's hard for people to bring anything. Period.
Yeah, right, and that's the problem too. But I mean, you can never have enough sides. I mean, like I said, I got Black Swan Catering gonna be doing us some baked beans and some tater salad, because they not do black folks food right. We're supporting black business. I want to shout out to Curly Big Will. He up here looking like my old uncle on TV the other day. So we want y'all to bring those things. If you want to bring them, cool. Boom, boom. So, and plenty of ice, because we're gonna have drinks and cokes, and Head said he gonna take care of that. Everything else I've gotten food, and everybody knows Django.
No kids.
No childrens, because they may hear some go. Oh, and by the way, last thing, so we can finish to the trending. We're going to have tournaments out there, spades and dominoes. I got gifts, nice gifts, for the people that can show that they running the table. If you can run the table and win the tournament, we got some nice gifts for 2 teams and the head spades player.
And the time?
The time will be 3 p.m.
Okay.
Black folk time, that's about 4:30, but
about
you need to bring you need to bring
they when the sun about to go down.
Yeah, well, let me say 12 o'clock in midday. CPT 3 o'clock. Okay. So we're gonna have a good time. And look, anybody knows me, when I bring food, I bring good food. I don't bring Bar S or Bar K Franks. You ain't gonna see that at my functions. I only bring food that I'm gonna eat. And I don't eat the Pick 5 from Kroger. Okay. I don't do
the bougie barbecue.
Right. This is the yes. Let's just be real. This is the bougie barbecue. Yes, we'll say that, because I only use choice cuts of meat, like myself. So anyway, trending going. Trending coming. What the hell's going on in our country right now? Again, like we said before the show, Mia, I'm trying to wait and see, because we're gonna throw another celebration too when your boy resigned. So, what you think it's gonna take to get him? What do you think?
He had told y'all he could shoot somebody in the middle of New York City and then going down.
You don't think he's gonna resign?
No. Well, because he's already made the statement that if he's impeached, everybody's gonna be poor. The stock market is gonna crash. He is that lets you know he is not resigning.
Nope.
No, that's actually what he say instead of being impeached. Here's the question. Because here's the thing that and Karen said no Nathan, and I love Nathan's hot because they're beef. They're actually beef. They're not hot dogs that actually have had.
What's wrong with Nathan's?
The owner is a Trump supporter, so we can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Is it a brand?
You can't do that.
Dang it!
I don't eat hot dogs.
Well, I'm just saying they all beef.
The one they sell at Sam's.
The Nathan. Nathan. Well, see, I grew up in New York, so Nathan's. We have Nathan's, and Nathan's is all beef because it's supposed to be kosher. Kosher is the big thing. But it's not Frank's way. They like slept with 3 different animals, like Bar S, that are like 79 cents a pack at Kroger. So, okay. So here's the thing, and here's why he won't resign. Because if he, I think he won't resign for one fact. Because if he resigns, he knows he's open to indictment. If that's what happens,
he is not resigning. Anyone that think that is crazy. He is not.
So you think he's gonna sit there and try to risk getting impeached?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Okay. So
he's that type that if you want me out, you're gonna have to take me out. I am not finna leave.
He is not quitting.
And Democrats are gonna be like, hold my beer come November.
And plus, his base will not even his base won't let him resign.
But here's my point.
You're not going to even be able to impeach him because you're not going to get enough Republicans that are willing to take him down.
Well, not in the Senate, but in the House, he's not going to have a choice. It's going to probably end up being another Bill Clinton situation.
But just because you were impeached doesn't mean that you're removed. Bill Clinton was impeached, but he wasn't removed out of office. So I don't think he really cares.
Well, but here's my point. The reason why Bill Clinton did not get impeached because it never cleared the Senate, and that is the hurdle that Democrats face, is that if they don't retake the Senate, they can't get him officially out of there. They can impeach him in the House, but it has to be done in the Senate. Trump is
not going to resign, and I don't even see them trying to impeach him. I have to. Only way that I can see them doing that is what they have on tape and the extra stuff that they have. We don't know what else they have. They getting immunity and all that is because they have some information, but what?
You'll find out in a second, because Mueller ain't gonna play them. Dave, you want to chime in on this right quick before we go about Trump and his foolishness?
But I told you talking about
Omarosa. That's all I'm gonna say.
Omarosa, you think gonna hang him?
Yes, Omarosa is gonna hang him.
Negro Rosa gonna hang him.
Pence is worse.
Yeah, but I think Omarosa gonna hang between her, Michael Cohen, and Pecker. Ain't that?
We shall see.
He get ready to get the Pecker.
And by the way, they just gave the immunity to his CFO.
They get ready to get his taxes. Oh, it's over. They get ready to get his taxes, and when they get his taxes, you can stick a fork in him because it's going to show every dirty deal that he's done, and we're going to throw a celebration. Come, the orange one goes away.
Before you celebrate, you need to know what's coming up in the rear. Because Pence is worse.
Pence has already been investigated. You didn't see that article I just sent the other night? He's already being investigated, too. I told people a long time ago Pence was knee-deep in it. That's why he was so quiet. 2 minutes.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah, he's knee-deep in it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're going to see. But don't forget, folks, next week, after the show, next Saturday, 12 o'clock, CPT, 3 o'clock. Have your black rear in at Maumelle Park. I want to thank Mia for chiming in today. We're going to have us a great show. I got a great show already planned for next week. This is going to be fun. Because we talking about letting the black folks in the barbecue.
I like it.
Yeah, we're going to watch this. We're going to have a good show next week. It's going to be called Advocate versus Advocate. And
I like it.
Yeah, we're going to watch. We're going to do it big next week. I want to thank Dynamic Dave. He's coming up, of course, with Black Focus. And we will be seeing you guys same bad time. Thank you, Nikki G, for taking busy time out your busy schedule for coming to talk to us.
You are welcome.
And we will see you guys again, same bad time, same bad channel. And don't forget, can't stand the heat. Get the hell out of my kitchen. Bye, folks.